this front. Obviously, we mentioned GBP CHF, and that still is there and thereabouts on that same area without getting to stop loss or making any progress either. That stays. Along with that, I think we have GBP AUD, which is in the opposite direction. I think it's a very noisy price action as we get on cross assets, but it's trying to recover from that, recover above that uh, value area low from previous month. If it does, and if it creates some sort of a movement, I think that could be something on the long side. Same thing on happening on AUD NZD. I think the trend line has shifted, but there is still enough resistance around here. I think if the trend shifts and we get above this 1.194 area, I think there is still upside that could be there on this asset. These are the three forex main ones I am keeping watch. For intraday, any kind of intraday, I am also looking at uh, USD JPY, which is at the peak of the price. As we can see, if the price breaks out here or breaks down here, either of those scenarios are tradable in my opinion for shorter term gains. Uh, it's anyway a complicated price action in the yen pairs. As we can see on all the yen pairs, they have not made any progress and they have stayed across through the week. In any case, these are the pairs that we will be watching from the FX pairs. As I mentioned on the gold, we don't have a trade there because there was no clear FEG that was created. This was a $50 candle that does not, this FEG make is invalid and it's not trustable anyway. Uh, the next reason also is the NFP that is there in the later part of the day. Obviously, in oil, what I mentioned kind of happened. It did not come back to this main cloud, but it did come back to this shorter cloud in the morning, and then yeah, it just is dipping. So the plan remains the same. When the price sees this sort of a pullback or any similar move, any similar kind of pullback, and if that happens, we can enter around that level. So that remains the main core plan for now. uh, on oil, I don't think we can do much else chasing the price here. I am targeting to enter oil, even suggest something uh, maybe aggressive there as well, like not really that confirmed a trade, but potentially something that we can get out on oil. On the indices side, I think the plan only is just sell and hold. I think that would be my plan on any of these assets. Just sell and hold. Whatever size we can do, whatever PNL that we can risk, I think we should sell and hold. That should be our only plan given the scenario in the market uh, that is there. Obviously, the market recovered quite a bit in the morning periods after yesterday's sell-off and yesterday's action that was there. But at the moment, I don't see any reason to be any way long or long-sided. I think we should just sell and hold any trade that we can get. So even on Dow, it's lower. It's pretty close to the lows that was created yesterday, and so this is almost late yesterday night. This is Tuesday. Anything that we can do, anything we can enter here, we should just enter and hold, in my opinion. That's the best, I think. The approach is that can be done here. Anyway, these assets, other assets, are obviously on natural gas. It's in the same price range that we discussed around that level. It did some sort of pullback, uh, and it it went there, but it's still around cross level and trying to push up, but without any kind of action there. So yeah, that will be the plan. Apart from these, I think the main action that could be there on is in Bitcoin. The talking points, obviously, here we are at a pretty climactic kind of a way and behaving in a not in a really strong kind of manner, which should be happening. We have seen a lot of pullback, uh, and which would make long participants unsure of what is going to happen. Price is pulling back this deep, and this kind of price action just continuing lower from a massive upside how can we enter short, where we can we enter shorts. It's a big question. Obviously, on daily we are testing the daily APG. I think that the midpoint of the daily APG is 69,800, which is also around this area of the breakout structure that has happened. This also supports this thesis here. So if this area is not held, this FVG is not held, we could be in for big trouble here, and price just selling off downside. Uh, One way to trade this intraday could be to just follow shorter term trends that is there. We have seen short term bursts that are happening, so that could be one way to trade that. Just entering smaller sizes to target these lower levels on sorry on Bitcoin when things do pull back like this and reject. So that could be something that we can do given the situation. It's not being able to break out, it's not being able to significantly change the trend. So when something like this happens again, we can take the short when this happens. But other than that, I think it's very difficult for us to position ourselves for the longer term on Bitcoin. So given the scenario that happened yesterday, we were mostly thrown out by the market due to not being able to capitalize on the exact situation that was there. But we did not adapt enough, well enough to enter what was there. There might have been some shorts there which we could have taken had we been more adaptive. So if, let's say, it tries to break out and it does break out, we are long. That's fine. That's our view anyway on the long side. But if it does not, if it does not is not able to break out and just keeps falling, we could take this short of small rejections there. It's still I think happening. $600 closer to 1%. That is catchable. Something for intraday uh, with lower amount of risk as well. So yeah, that's about it. I think those are the plans. Those are the main criteria. Obviously, for gold, I just have to mention whatever is happening. We might not get the liquidity strategy signal because of the misalignment, but our original entry around 5,000 is still there, and we are looking to again capitalize on that. And if we get the kind of confirmation that we would want, even smaller size entries would be very much advised. That's about it. Thank you.